Hi everyone and welcome back to the Nail Nails channel. I'm Steffi Fernandez and in today's video, yes, I've got a sore throat. But it's okay, I've been dying to film for a few days, so I'm going to reshare a video that I've done on Facebook that went viral as well as TikTok, and I thought, why have YouTube audience miss out on it? So I'm gonna do some neon butterflies for you guys. Let's get cracking. So to start off this design, we're going to go ahead and apply 2 layers of pashmina, which is one of the most gorgeous colors you'll ever see, on the nail. It's super opaque as well, so you don't really need 2 layers, but you know, I'm going to apply them anyway. Right, so we've got both layers cured now. I'm going to go into one of this gorgeous Aurora gel, which is called Polaris. And it's a gorgeous color that's got like pinky and purpley, very tiny like shimmer in it, like glitter, would you say? Is it glitter? Yeah. I'm going to apply a nice thin layer on top of these 2 coats that we've painted earlier on, and then I'm going to cure that as well for the full length of time, and that will make our gorgeous background for this stunning butterfly design. Right, so we've got this layer cured. What I'm going to do next is actually go in with a lint-free wipe and make sure it's soaked with gel residue wipe-off solution and give that nail a proper wipe. Now the reason we're giving it a good wipe is because I want the nail to be tack-free, because we're going to be applying pigments on it and I don't want the background, besides the butterfly, to be stained. Right, so it's all nice and clean. Alcohol is evaporated, so it's nice and dry. And what I'm going to be doing next is going with my 0003 brush, which is not this one. There we go, 0003 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and map out those wings of the butterfly. So I'm going to go into Snow White, which is just here on my palette, and I'm going to dip in that brush and pick up some of that paint. Now, to paint a butterfly, I'm going to go into a bit more detail on this video just because a lot of people have asked me on the previous one, how do you paint a butterfly? Can you explain a little bit more about the shape? So, we're going to start by painting the shape 3, but a bit more curved, all right? So we're going to go ahead and do 1, 2. So if you see what I'm doing here, it looks like a 3, but it's a bit more curved. It's not as prominent as the number 3. I'm then going to go ahead and extend that line all the way down to kind of be parallel to the end of the 3. And then do another line here, okay? And bring it all the way in to join that first line that we drew. All right? So it looks like this. I'm then going to go ahead and pick up that brush, and what I'm going to be painting on top of it looks like a massive teardrop, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and paint a massive teardrop at the bottom section of the nail. And it's a very rounded kind of teardrop, okay? So it's not like a narrow one. It's a nice fat one. So we've got these 2 wings on here ready, and I'm going to add a couple more on the other side. So again, I'm going to start by painting the number 3 in a curved way. Obviously it's facing the other side this time. Again, I'm going to pull a line from the top of there all the way down to the bottom All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and extend the line over here all the way here and join the lines up. Again, I'm going to go ahead and create a big teardrop for the bottom wing. And don't worry if it's not perfect, we're going to be filling in those wings anyway. So this is just a mapping out exercise that we're doing right now. So I've got 2 wings over here, 2 different butterflies. I'm happy with the shape. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Right, so everything has been filled in. I'm just having a look at my butterflies now. They're filled in, and I want to see if I want to refine the shape a little bit more. So I'm just kind of checking if there's anything that I want to fix or make slightly larger. And you know me, I always tend to add stuff. So we've got our butterflies nice and cured over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to improvise. We've actually got some gorgeous glow-in-the-dark pigments, but when you lay them on, they're actually quite pastel-y, so they're quite light. So, you know, being me, I decided to go into our gorgeous neon collection and use these acrylics that are mega pigmented instead. And I know it will work because it has to. I'm going to go in and use, yes, a shading brush for my makeup bag. So, yes, I mean, if you've got a different brush you can use, fair enough. But I do like them bristles to be quite close together. So a shading brush is great to work that color in to the butterfly. So I'm going to go in with probably Top Banana, which is a nice neon-y yellow, if I can get the words. And then I'm going to go in with maybe this one, which is a gorgeous blue, which is called Pure Blue. Another great way to use your acrylics rather than just, you know, acrylic work. I've got Toxic Waste. Should I get another one? Yeah, go on. And I'll get, what is it called? Twisted Tango, yes. So I'm going to go with these colors, and I'm just going to pick up some of that green first. I'm going to dip into that lid. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, because I don't want to make it too messy. So what I'm doing now is basically just pressing it on to that white section, just on here. Voila, look at that. Beautiful. So I'm pressing it onto that white, and I'm going to clean the brush, kind of, and going to go into that blue, because I think green and blue will look nice together. So I'm just going to go into that blue, pat, pat, pat on that lid, and then I'm going to fill in, I'm going to press that onto that white as well. So we've got this gorgeous faded ombre. I feel like I need to work that blue in slightly more, so I'm going to press it in. So it's really nicely pigmented. I'm going to go in with the yellow first, just because it's the lighter shade, and I think I like to start with the lighter shade first. So I'm going to go ahead and just pat it at the midsection of the butterfly again to create a nice ombre. And then I'm going to go into that orange, which is super pigmented as well. And I don't know where, oh, there we go, there's the lid. And I'm just going to work it into that white. That's slightly tacky at the moment. I'm going to work it in. And there you have it, guys. We've basically colored a butterfly in less than 1 minute. All right, so let me try and clean this up a little bit. Right, so we've got all the colors layered on. I'm just going to dust it with our dusting brush. Make sure the background is not stained. So I'm just going to have a look at it. I'm going to go in with my with the gel residue wipe off solution and just a gel brush, and just clean the background a bit if I feel like some of the pigment is actually stained. Ooh. Some of the pigment is actually stained the nail. Make sure it's nice and clean. And now we're ready to go in with Cerise Black and add some detail, okay? So what we're going to do now is pick up some of that color again with my detailing brush. And I'm going to go ahead and just start outlining the butterfly. So I would suggest for anyone that's not really comfortable with painting to start from this bit of the butterfly. Why? Because it's going to be thicker anyway. So when you first apply pressure, when you lay the brush down on the wing, it might be thicker, but I want it to be slimmer on the other bits. So start where you feel like you're okay to mess up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and outline it. And again, apply pressure and then slowly take it off. And it doesn't matter if there is more pressure here, because this bit is going to be thicker anyway. We're going to go back to that in a second. Again, apply pressure and start taking it off. Same on the other side. Okay, and now we're just going to join them up together. Hope my head is not in the way. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to do the same on the other side, all right? So again, pressure. Now what we want to do is basically thicken both lines of the edges of the wings. So this bit, the 3 that we drew earlier, is going to be a lot more thicker. So I'm just adding more color. All right, and I'm going to do it all over. So I've got those done, and then I'm going to do the second butterfly. And this one is quite thick already. I'm just going to make it slightly thicker. We're going to paint the top bit of the butterflies, as Drew calls them, antennas. Yeah, so anyway, if you got it wrong, take the piss out of him, because it's about time someone takes them. So we're going to go ahead and just look what I'm doing. So I'm just applying a lot of pressure at the top, and then I'm releasing it so the line is line and thin. Okay, so I'm going to do the same on the other side. Press it on nice and firm, and then release and get a nice thin line. So we've got the antennas on. All right, we've got the outline done. What I want to be doing now is cure this for the full length of time, and then we're going to get some more detail on with white. Let's add a little bit more like little veins at the midsection of the wing, and then cure it. So I've added some of those veins. So again, I usually like to split the wing into 2, just like so, and have a nice thick line in the middle, like this. And then I add really small, tiny, veiny kind of lines. and you cure this for 30 seconds as well. Right, so we've got our butterfly cured and ready. I'm gonna go in with our dotting tool and pick up some of that Snow White and add some dots on the edges of the wing. So we've got those dots on, our butterflies are ready to go. Let me see if I want to add a little bit of that black just in case, because I can see that I can add the body of the butterfly on here. So I'm just going to go ahead, just apply pressure and release just like that. And again, I can do that on the other side as well. So we've got the body of the butterfly. Not that you can really see it, but you know that it will bug me. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a cure. And there you have it, guys. Look how gorgeous this is. I've done a couple more here earlier on, so you can have a look. I've tried a different color combo on this one. Absolutely stunning and perfect for summer. Super easy to achieve as well, using acrylic powder. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. Let me know what you'd like to see next on the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one. Take care. What are they called?
Antennas.
Yeah, that a butterfly has. What would you say? No.
What? Butterfly ears.
God, I sound sexy with this voice.
I was gonna say.
I love it.
It's like just you, but like softened.
I
It's
feel like Nigella
yeah.
Lawson just did nails, you know?